All right, today I'd like to look at Leviticus 5, verse 1. And I want to start off by asking a question and putting a scenario out here. If someone tells a lie on someone, let's just say me. Let's say someone tells a lie on me, and I don't say anything about it. I don't confront it. I just take the punishment. And is that a sin? If someone lies about me, for instance, if someone said that I robbed the bank last night and I didn't say anything about it and I ended up going to prison, suffering the consequences of the accusation, but I didn't say anything about it, is that a sin on my part? Is it a sin on their part who told a lie? Yeah, it would be. Okay, well, let me start off by reviewing Exodus 20, verse 16. It's one of the Ten Commandments. It says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." Now, we know Jesus never told a lie or bore false witness against anyone. He never sinned, and he upheld the law in every point. So, we know Jesus did not break that commandment. Okay, in Deuteronomy 19, 16 and 19, it says, "If an unrighteous witness rise up against any man to testify against him of wrongdoing, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before Jehovah, before the priests and before the judges, that those be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall he do unto him as he had thought to do unto his brother. So shall you put away the evil from the midst of thee." So here we see that the witness should be questioned for validity, and if found guilty, he gets the punishment that would have been inflicted on the one he was testifying against. It says, "Put away evil from the midst." But we have a verse in Leviticus 5:1 that we need to look at, and this is the key verse that we're focusing on today. It says, "If a person sins in hearing the utterance of an oath and is a witness, whether he has been known of the matter, if he does not tell it, he bears guilt." Now, when you go and look up this word that's used here for oath, it is Allah, and it means oath or curse, and it's used 18 times for a curse. It's used 14 times for an oath, so it can be translated either way. Now, why is this in here? It's a one-sentence verse, and why is this in here? How does it pertain to Messiah? And if Jesus kept the whole law, how did he keep this one? How did he fulfill it? Well, we see this in Jesus' trial. So let's go there. Matthew 26, 60 to 63, it says, "But at last 2 false witnesses came forward and said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days. And the high priest rose and said to him, Do you answer nothing? What is this these men testify against you? But Jesus kept silent." Now, when we go back to John 2:19, we find out what Jesus really said, and he didn't say what they said he said. They said that he said, "I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days." And he didn't say that. John 2:19 says, "Destroy this temple in 3 days, I will raise it up." And he was talking about his body, not the physical temple. But they misquoted him and tried to get him under capital punishment for that. And Jesus kept silent. If we read on further in Matthew 26, 63 to 66, "But Jesus kept silent, and the high priest answered and said to him, I put you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God. And Jesus said to him, It is as you say, nevertheless, I say to you, hereafter you will see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothes, saying, He has spoken blasphemy. What further need do we have of witnesses? Look, now you have heard this blasphemy. What do you think? So now he is put under oath, and he has to testify if it's true or not. He couldn't lie. So he told him the truth, and that got him killed. He said he was the Son of God, and they killed him on the grounds of blasphemy. But it seems to me that there is even more, something more significant going on here in this passage. You see, he was put under oath to testify if he was Christ, but he was not put under oath to testify if the previous statements that the witnesses gave was true. If he was put under oath, he would have had to have told the truth, wouldn't he? Well, why wasn't he put under oath? Why didn't the high priest ask if the two witnesses were true witnesses? Jesus would have had to tell him. Okay, if Jesus was a witness to a false testimony, after all, he made that statement, they were lying about him. He knew the statement. He was the one that gave it, and he was the one they were talking about. So he would have known what that statement was, true or false or not. So let's read the law again. In Leviticus 5:1, it says, if a person sins in hearing the utterance of an oath or a curse, and is a witness, whether he has been seen or known of the matter, if he does not tell it, he bears the guilt. So Jesus kept silent about the false witnesses that were against him. That sin wasn't his, was it? That sin was theirs for lying. But he was not put under oath to testify for this statement as to whether it was accurate or not. And by not being put under oath, he didn't have to testify. Thus, he was taking their punishment of death upon himself because he bore the guilt. This is your God.